Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, this whole experience with the log cabin situation. I did go into the sales department and had an hours long conversation with a sales associate there, their head guy, and this new trainee guy. I got all the information, and it's pages and pages and pages. I've got it condensed down to some sort of tangible explanation for the whole thing, just to let you know. And what it is this is the how-to construction guide. I've got every possible piece of information as far as, drawings, everything, okay? All this was free. Now, the course, and this is all, like I said, this is all the CAD drawings for this log home, okay? And I know you can see that, okay? All right. I'm not going to bore you with the how-tos, obviously. What I'm going to bore you with is the cost. And this is going to be a one beer video. I'm going to drink this slow because in reality, after I got through there, I was pretty damn discouraged, to be honest with you, because I did some other shopping around, like I said, the RV situation, and I'm going to try to tie all that in together with this video. All right, let's get started. Buckle up your seats, boys and girls. Okay, here's the deal. First off, anytime you go into a sales department and you're going to get the sales speech. Sit down in front of a video. They're going to want you to go through that process before they give you any kind of real information. It's like I was explaining to you about internet searches, Google searches, where they really you're just clicking through so many damn different pages and stuff, but you're not really getting any information on the companies, location, pricing, anything, because they want to charge for everything, okay? And that's exactly what they do. It gets to the point where it's so insane that I understand why people are frustrated with the process, because the process itself is very, very complicated and it can get very annoying, especially if you're trying to accomplish something in a short time frame. Okay, which I when I do stuff, I like things to kind of happen right then and there. It's just the way I am. So I gave the guy his time. Like I said, I sat in there for an hour. He was very informative. He was very professional. He was just, he was hitting all the cues. And I remember I was in sales for 28 years. I'm as guilty as anyone out there when it comes to trying to sell you something that you probably don't want. Sorry, but I'm a salesman. Want versus need. That's what it's all about, baby. Okay, here's the deal. This log company, or this log home package company, they're not the builders. They are the kit supplier, which in reality is really who I want to talk to. I don't need a builder, okay? I need the kit and I need the instructions. I've got the CAD instructions. I've got how to build this thing. Okay, this is on a building that is 14. Let me just make sure that I got these, because we went over so many other measurements. It was really insane. It was 14 by 20. Okay. And we also did 12 by 20, okay? 12 wide, 14 wide by 20 long, okay? So we came up with, like I said, after all the videos, the explanation, they even had a sample of the logs, the connecting logs, how you do it with all these bolts and all these different little sealants and stuff like that. I went through the whole thing. I really wanted to learn about how they build it, and it's really a simple plug and play system. It really is. It's not really difficult at all. But I asked the guy, I said, look, if I build it, and of course he was talking permits and all these other things, and I said, look, I'm off grid. It's going to be under 400 square feet. And this is something he didn't know, but he finally realized that I knew what I was talking about. Since I'm a registered hobby farm under my corporate name, which that means nothing, but I'm still a registered hobby farm. And I do have a farm rating, residential unrestricted. I can put out any kind of building I want to as long as it's under 400 feet without a permanent foundation. And that's called a shed. Okay, so in reality, a log cabin, if it's under 400, is really technically considered a shed. It's not a living space that you're going to make a permanent foundation, and you're not going to plumb it, you're not going to wire it, you're not going to do any of these things to this building. Okay, so that's how the little house I have out there is exactly 392 square feet, and it is on blocks, and it is not anything but a shed. That's how it's listed, that's how it's rated, that's how it's viewed, and that's how it's taxed, okay? It's just a shed. So now, here's the deal. Let's get into the money, because this is the part that I thought was just outrageous. Hold on. And I'll do a quick highlight of the RV situation too. But here's the deal. Here's what our final thing was, okay? 84 foot perimeter, okay? 14 courses equaling 1,176 square, okay? Square foot, okay? 14 by 20 by 14 by 20, and we took a couple other measurements, but we ended up landing on 1176 because of the log, okay? Their log is a 4 by 8, okay? It's not a 4 by 6, it's a 4 by 8, okay? They take and it's all pine. Remember, this is pine. So they take a log like this, and they get a 4 by 8 out of this log, okay? And it goes through the special machine, and it cuts all the grooves, the one side flat, the one side rounded, and this is how they sell their kits, okay? Now, this is an 8x6 EWP logs with accessories, okay? The costs, are you ready for this? Now, think about it this way. There's 9 logs. The front of the house has got 9 logs, 20 wide, 20 long, okay? 8 inches. So that's 72, right? What is 82, whatever it is. I don't have that math in me, but if you take 9 times 8, 9 times 8 is 72, so 72 high, so there's 9 of them. You multiply that by 4, okay? Because you got the 12 foot sides, so 9, 9, 9, and 9, okay? That's your log count, okay? What, 1836? So you'll have 36 logs, but in reality, you're going to have a whole bunch more because they will not allow you to cut the log to 20 feet. The longest log that they will cut is 12 foot, and then they use short pieces. They do stagger cuts and stagger bills because the door, the windows, whatever other opening in that building, so they only cut 3 lengths. They cut 12, 8, and 4. That's all the lengths they'll cut, okay? Just keep those numbers in mind, 12, 8, and 4, okay? So I told the guy, I says, okay, well, great. I says, I want to buy, since it's going to be 20 long, I want to buy X amount of 12 footers, which would be 18 for the sides. So that's taken care of, right? 12 footers on the sides. And then, of course, you got your peak, your gable, whatever. And those can be done with shorter ones. Now, the front and the back, you have to go to 12 foot, and then you have to also throw in a 10-footer, right? Or an 8-footer. So depending on their dimensions, how they cut their lumber, then you're forced to cut some lengths. But with their kits, they pre-cut, pre-measure every single log based on the width, but they only allow you certain widths based on their log count and their cut, okay? So it took us a while to get through that. They were so damn confusing, to be honest with you. So basically, they're 12, 8, and 4. 12, 8, and 4, okay? Believe me, I was there. We were pounding each other with information, so I'm really absorbed. I'm trying to memory recall everything. But anyway, I just said, hey, look, just sell me a bunch of 12-footers. Just sell me a bunch of damn 12-footers and 8-footers, and even if it's a little bit overkill, and to get the square footage of this log, the log home, complete. I'll do all the cuts. They didn't like to hear that. They didn't want to hear any of that. But anyway, we finally got it down to where they would do it. The guy called the factory, which is Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Now, this is a local dealer. Think about this as a local log manufacturing company. To build a 392 square foot, and this has nothing to do with subfloor, roof, sheathing for the roof. This has nothing to do with the rafters, the roof joists, the shingles. This has nothing to do with any of that. This is strictly the logs for the exterior dimensions of the home or the log cabin, okay? And oh yeah, this was funny. Suggested tools. There's 27 suggested tools that you need to assemble this damn thing. 27. I mean, they got it all. I got the entire thing. They gave me this, they charged, this was $500 and he gave it to me for free. Only because he said that I was being really rough on him and tough on him, and I was asking a lot of hardcore questions. But the bottom line is that I got this out of him anyway. But you can see this diagram right here. This is the 4 walls, the peak, and really not a whole lot else. You know, there's a couple other little things around the roof line and stuff that they're going to give you and it's put in the list. But in reality, it's just the logs, okay? Okay, are you ready for the drum roll? How much do you think that, and this is not, we're not talking a lot of logs here. We're not talking a whole lot of logs, okay? $19,580.14. That's right, you heard me, $19,580.40 to build a less than 400 square foot log cabin. Now, this gets even better. I said, okay, so I give you 20 grand and I go and pick up the logs. And since Rocky Mount's right up the road for me, I'll just bring my 16-foot car hauling trailer in my truck and you guys can load all the logs on my trailer. Oh, let me go make a phone call. You won't believe what they told me. Because they bundle it. They put it in this nice fancy long plastic strap down, you know, bungee corded thing, whatever. This fancy package that's all weatherproofed and everything like that. Here's what the manager of the factory told the sales rep. Because we've already called them a couple times on this whole fucking thing because of all the questions I had. I was trying to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Can I just buy the logs? And can I go pick them up and I'll do whatever with them, okay? And here's the deal. $1,200 loading fee. Must be an 18-wheeler with a flatbed. No exceptions. No exceptions. and pickup has to be by December. In other words, I thought that was pretty good. They'll take my deposit. I think it was something like $5,000 down, and they'll have these logs cut and produced and wrapped and bundled, ready to go on a flatbed in less than 2 weeks. Now that's pretty damn good. But $19,580, that's not good. $1,200. Now think about it this way. I told the guy, I says, are you kidding me? I got a 16-foot trailer, car hauling trailer, flatbed, and you guys can't, and I haul 20-foot deck boards on it all the time, and you can't have a forklift drop this thing on my damn trailer and let me walk away with it? No. They said absolutely not. They said it for them, it's a deal breaker. And I said, I can't even get an 18-wheeler flatbed up to my damn property. How do you think he's going to get up into the damn driveway? And then you got to unload it. How are we going to unload the son of a bitch? There ain't no forklift up there. I got an excavator, but it ain't going to lift that load. And then how are you going to stabilize it? So I told him, I said, I'll make 2 or 3 trips and bring all the big pieces at one load, and all the short pieces, I'll bring it back on another load. The manager said, no. The only way we're going to sell you these logs, is if you provide a flatbed trailer 18-wheeler there. And we're going to charge you $1,200 loading fee to load it. Jeez. Okay. Now, I can go to Lowe's, and I've already priced it. I can go to Lowe's and get 1,176 square foot of 4x6 treated lumber with a military discount, everything, to cover the entire exterior build of 4 walls. You know, the walls and then the peaks, right? And do all the other framing with all the lumber that I already have out there, okay? All that hard pine, which I've got plenty of that to build a roof system and a subfloor system, okay? I've got that lumber. I need the lumber for the walls. Or I'm stick building using traditional materials that don't look like log cabins at all. Then it's only a shed. Then it comes back down to it's only a damn shed. And I don't want a shed back here. I've already got a shed. Call a craftsman. Shit. Unbelievable. Okay, now I'm going to wrap this thing up. So I told the guy, thanks, but no thanks. Okay? And then this has nothing to do with building it. Okay? Nothing to do with building it, all the labor and all the subfloor and the roof. In other words, you'd have $30,000 in a damn building that is less than 400 square foot. Guess what? I can go buy a shed, and believe it or not, the internet, I finally, for some reason, the algorithm last night finally got me into a page called Southern Sheds or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but they've got these log cabin looking sheds. They look like log cabins, but they're nothing but sheds. Guess what the price of those are? Complete with floor, roof, tin, the whole 9 yards, and a door and a little porch. $13,000. And they'll deliver it and set it up. But then I have still a shed out there. That's not a real log cabin. Not hand-built, not handcrafted, okay? It's still a damn shed. All right, now here's the RV situation. I went down to a massive RV sales center on Highway 40 East going towards Dunn, North Carolina, okay? And here's the deal. They have an RV there called the Prowler Adventurer, and it was 18 feet. It was 18 feet long, fully self-contained air conditioning, gas pack, you know, the whole 9 yards, double axle with one slide out. Just a really cool looking RV. And the bottom line, it was 16. There was an inventory closeout sale. It was 16,679, some weird price. Like it was under $17,000. And, you know, this is with gas and generator. And you got air conditioning, gas, heat, the whole 9 yards, stove, bathroom, bed, they even have a big screen TV in there, all this stuff, but still $16,000. And I just said, okay, thanks, appreciate it. They had some cheap little version, smaller one for $99, $99, $99, under 10 grand, a penny under 10 grand. And it was just a small little crappy little single axle, little damn, Quonset hut type trailer. And I said, no way. Because you have to remember something about the off-grid farm. I started the off-grid farm with a shipping container and a 20-year-old Prowler fifth wheel RV. I love that damn fifth wheel RV. I really, really, to me, it felt like camping. It felt like going out and roughing it, that kind of thing, right? Well, now that I got the little house built out there and it looks like basically my house here in Raleigh, I kind of lost the feeling for being outdoors. That roughing it, that kind of back to nature mentality that when I bought the place, that's what I was going for. Now when I go out there, I really feel like I'm really just part of the city. I just got this fancy little, 392 square foot cabin or shed out there that's customized on the inside, that's got TV, stereo, and I got an outhouse, and I got lounge chairs, a big queen bed in there. I got all the comforts of home. So I really feel like I'm just going to a second home. I don't want that feeling, man. I want the roughing it feeling. I want that rustic feeling. That's what I really want. That's what I'm trying to achieve. That's what I'm going for, okay? And I can't seem to find a manufacturer that produces these logs that are willing to compromise to allow me just to go in there and say, look, I need 40 of these damn 20 footers. I need 80 of these 20 footers. Once you run it through the machine, cut it at 20 damn feet or 16 feet or whatever, 12 foot, and let me buy a bunch of them cash and put them on my damn trailer and let me get the hell out of here. They won't let me do it. Companies today have got their heads up their ass. Do you want business, or do you want some guidelines that you have to go, some corporate guidelines that you got to follow? Man, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, give me a break, man. These people here, they've lost my business because the bottom line, they never earned it. They never tried earning my business. All they did was tell me about their company policy. You know what? This is what I say about company policy sometimes when it comes to selling products. And when you got a sales center that is so slow, and you got a customer that walks in and says, I want to buy this car, but I just don't want to go through your process. And then you stick them through the whole process. Guess what? It leaves a bad taste in the customer's mouth. I did it for 28 years. Sometimes I hated my job. I hated my job because I couldn't give the customer what they really, really wanted, a hassle-free buying experience. And guess what? I didn't get it. So guess what? I didn't buy it. On that note, I hope everybody's having a really blessed day. Sorry. When you get me going, oh boy, don't pull, let me tell you, don't get me going. Because, when it comes to common sense, I was born with a lot of it, and then I was taught a whole bunch of it, okay, by some really wise people that in business, you can run a business the way you want to. And most successful businesses, they're more geared towards processes versus performance or people, okay? They're always about the process. And sometimes the process is getting in the way of sales. And it got in the way of selling me anything. If this factory would have said, oh God, we're building so many log homes right now, we got so many customers waiting in line, we got so much shit going on, you're nothing but an idiot, get the hell out of here and go somewhere else and waste somebody else's time, I would have understood that. That I would have understood. But I seriously doubt, especially when you got two salesmen sitting in a lot, and there's not a single damn car in the place. They don't open until 10, and that's their point of sale for the entire factory? Are you kidding me? Y'all have a blessed day. Leave those comments. What do you think about this video? Because I tell you the truth, It doesn't take much to earn my business, and I've got the cash. Problem is, nobody's trying because of a process. Oh, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Hasta la vista, baby.